The floodwaters do not warn you before they breach the banks and swallow local streets whole. And the fires do not wait for the engines to arrive before they consume the tree line, leaving local responders dwarfed by the sheer scale of the inferno. Public services are forced into a blind sprint in the dark, racing to intercept crises that their municipalities were simply never built to withstand. But the devastation doesn't stop at the water's edge. It crashes into the dispatch centers, where operators watch the disaster map light up with calls they lack the personnel to answer. When local forces are outnumbered, hundreds of well-meaning citizens will naturally rush into the debris to help. Yet without clear leadership or equipment, that sudden wave of civic energy quickly turns a rescue operation into a logistical hazard. Controlling that kind of chaos requires a strategy that extends far beyond the street level. It demands a puzzle, trying to map out a coordinated response while tracking disparate, overwhelmed resources. Without standardized protocols to manage the sudden influx of civilian volunteers, administrators are essentially flying blind, bearing the quiet, isolating weight of knowing their current frameworks are completely insufficient for the next disaster. So the only way to survive tomorrow's emergency is to build the architecture for it in the daylight of today. That means rigorous, high-intensity scenario drills where professionals test their endurance against simulated extremes. It requires a painstaking physical process of defining safety roles on the ground, stripping away the panic of a spontaneous response and replacing it with calculated, methodical teamwork. And because extreme weather ignores national borders, this readiness must be linked into a unified network across the continent. This is the objective of the EMMA-project, a European initiative designed to empower small municipalities to finally harness that massive civilian energy and deploy it safely. Policymakers must build the framework, civil servants must deploy the strategy, and trainers must lead the field. The next crisis is already for me. Join the initiative and prepare your municipality to respond.